Hello everyone, it's Haley. I have quite a few things to do today. I would like to get a good chunk of my custom orders completed. This week I'm working on Ninja Turtles and I'm going to show you some yarn that I got for them. So this is a little mini Michael's haul. So first for the body color, I got Jade Sheen. All of this yarn is Loops and Threads Demi Pearl. For the front of the shell, I got Tawny Olive. I actually got this for the orange Ninja Turtle because in some places it looks orange and sometimes it looks just like a mustard yellow, a little bit darker than their like shell plate thing, breastplate. I don't know what you would call it. And I originally got it for that, but now I'm thinking it would be a good color for the front of them. I have a few shades of yellow, so I'm going to compare and see what looks best, but this is the only one I have in this color. The final skein of yarn I got is the color Purple Haze for, I don't know their names, I'm sorry guys. But for the purple one, I already have blue and red. The red I have is a darker red, but I couldn't find any bright reds in this yarn. And this yarn had most of the colors that I needed. It's also cheaper than Bernat, and I didn't want to buy a whole skein of Bernat since my market season is over. These skeins are smaller, so that's mostly why I bought them. And I like how they feel. They're softer. I do have this purple that I have almost a full skein of it, but I thought the darker one would be better, especially with the muted red. The blue isn't dark. I do have dark blue. It is Bernat. I'm going to have to see. Let's see how all of these colors look together. So there's that, or there's this one. I think this darker one goes well with it, but it's a different yarn, so I'm not really sure what to do. What I'm going to do is just start with the purple one or the red one, because I definitely have the colors down for those. These are my other orange options. I have this brighter orange. This is either Premier Parfait Chunky or Toucan by Hobie. I'm thinking it's the Toucan one. And then I have this one that is Butterscotch Medallion by, it's the Hobby Lobby one. Yarn Bee Cozy Occasion. And I think that would look okay with the colors that I have. It just looks a little off. So I'm trying to decide which one to use for the front. Most of these colors are pretty bright. This one is more muted, I guess. Even though these colors are dark. This one's kind of muted. Another option is I could use this for the front plate and this for the orange one. And I'm thinking that's probably what I'm gonna go with because this is the same yarn as the other ones and it'll stay consistent. I don't know what happened, but when I walked into the bunny room today, my allergies just like flared up. Not super bad, but since I got the orchard grass, I haven't had any allergic reactions at all. No runny nose, itching, nothing like that. So I'm not really sure. Maybe I just need to vacuum in there, or maybe I need to replace the filter on the air purifier. It's probably a combination of those. Along with the Ninja Turtles, the first thing I want to show you is that I finished the first custom dog. This is the one for my husband's uncle that he is gifting to his grandchildren because they recently lost their dog. It passed away. This one was pretty simple to make. I just didn't know what to do for the eye patch at first. I was going to crochet it in as normal, just do color changes like I did with the first dogs that I made, but I got all the way to the end of the head and I forgot to do that. So I just crocheted a patch to put on and somehow ended up being really close. I got the general shape down and I started with this and just did increases until I got to here. And then I did an extra increase on this side and I crocheted onto the end so that there's a little extra piece. Then on this side was an accident. The spot actually has a bump right here, and I noticed this, there was like a little loop sticking out, so I just sewed that down. And for the little jaggedy edges right here, and I just took loops from the side and sewed them to make them look closer to the dog. And then the nose, he has a little heart-shaped nose. It's difficult to explain what I did, but I'm very proud of how he turned out, and I think he turned out really cute. I hope that they enjoy him. I have to ship this off today, so that's another thing on my list. I do have another dog to make. It is a Corgi, but I have no idea what colors to use. I am going to use white, but then I could use these two colors together, or I could use these two colors together. And again, it's a situation of this is softer, but I like this color better because there's more contrast. And I could ask him what to use, but I don't know if he even cares. It's for his wife. I probably won't work on this until this weekend. This still is pretty soft. I just have to make sure I use the right hook size because last time I made cats with this and they felt not as soft because I used too small of a hook. But I think it'll be fine. And this is more similar to Bernat. Did I get Bernat baby blanket on accident instead of the normal Bernat? Oh well, you can't even tell. That's all the crochet stuff I have planned for today and the rest of the week. I don't know how many Ninja Turtles I can get done today, so I'll make one and time myself, and that'll be a gauge of how much, and then I'll plan from there. I'm so tired. It's been a long week. I've been working more, which I guess is good because I get more money. They've really cut our hours the past month, so it's nice that they're giving us more hours again, but I'm just tired. And I feel like I don't have a lot of time to rest because I get home and then I do YouTube, and YouTube is fun, but it's becoming stressful because I am not getting done everything I want to get done. Thankfully, I do have a day off today. Today's my day off, but I'm not going to be able to get done everything I want in one day. I also have to clean. As you can see, there's a pile of clothes behind me. There's piles of clothes on the floor. This room is a wreck. You can't really tell unless I move around. The whole house is kind of looks like a tornado went through it, and it's really overwhelming. So I'm going to aim for one room a day to clean. Today, the room to clean is this room. It's mostly clothes that I need to clean up. So I'm just gonna throw all the clothes that are on the floor onto the bed because it's like sweatshirts and stuff that I don't wash every time I wear. I'm just going to fold them and put them in a pile so they're at least a little more organized. And I've been tired because I have been socializing more. I'm gonna have so many days this week of socializing. Saturday was a fun socializing because it was with some friends and we went Christmas shopping, which I don't know why I didn't film that, but I just didn't really think about it, which I guess is good because I was in the moment. And there wasn't really much to film. Then I had church on Sunday. Yesterday I had work, but I didn't have anything extra. I FaceTimed my brother. And then today we're having coffee with one of the pastors, and I just get nervous every time I talk to new people. I mean, I've talked to him a couple times, but I don't know. I'm not really nervous. I'm just tired, and I just don't want to socialize today. Today is supposed to be my rest day. And then tomorrow is church, which I do enjoy church. Thursday is choir rehearsal. Friday is just work. Every day this week I have work except for today. And I didn't have work Sunday. I don't ever have work on Sundays. So Friday, all I have is work, and I get off early, so maybe that can be some time to rest, but honestly, it's probably not. I'm probably gonna be finishing up this project. And then Saturday, work again, and then the Christmas lights. Sunday, we have church, and it's the Christmas service, so that's our choir performance, and I have to go to both services. I usually go to the later service, but I'm gonna have to go to to the early morning one and be there at like 7:30 in the morning. So it's a very busy week. And on top of that, I have to fit in time to do all these crochet projects. And I didn't realize this week was gonna be so busy. I definitely should have asked for another day off, but it wouldn't be really wise for our bank account for me to take another day off. I look like I'm crying because I just yawned. Okay, that's enough blabbering. I definitely should read my Bible because I've been slacking on that. Not to feel any shame about it. It's actually just I need to spend time with God, because that's probably why I feel so drained, is because I haven't had time to fill myself up. I haven't had time to allow God to fill me up. And spending time in his presence fills me up and brings me joy. So I need to do that, not for like religious rules or anything like that. It's literally for my own sanity and my own well-being. So when I say I need to read the Bible, that's why I'm saying that. And then after I spend time with God and pray, and I probably should journal. Yeah. After I do all that, then I'll start on a Ninja Turtle. I haven't done really anything today except take out the trash, and I already feel like I need a nap. And it's 11 o'clock and I woke up at like 9. So I've only been up 2 hours. I'll just get back to you with updates on whatever I end up doing. I was getting very overwhelmed, decision paralysis, and then I remembered that the chest plate part is sewn on, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm just going to make all of them except for Michelangelo, and then decide from there. I have started crocheting the turtles, but I just wanted to show you. Do you see this? Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? That's magical. Loops and Threads Demi Pearl has like such easy center pulls, and it just makes me so happy that I don't have to have a bunch of yarn barf. Not all of them are that easy, but I don't have to go searching throughout the whole skein, turning it inside out. I was just telling you about how good this yarn is, but apparently what I thought was the center pull was not. I don't know if this is the center pull. It seems like it is. So I don't really know how that happened. Maybe it just went through that hole and came out this side. So now I have to find the actual center pull. I found the end somewhere. Here? No. Where is it? Oh, here it is. I found the end and it was still pretty easy. This is all that came out of it. So a lot easier, still a lot easier than other yarns that I've used. It's just frustrating when you think you found the tail and you didn't. I started this project around 12:30. It is now probably 3:30, later than 3:30. And this is all I've done, and I don't understand. I barely had the legs done after 2 hours, and then I went and started doing laundry and stuff because I really needed to get it done. And now I'm going to hopefully finish this. Hopefully I can finish this by the end of the day. I think I'll be able to and get started on the second one. But I just don't understand because I looked at the clock and it said 2:30 and I was like, did I read that wrong? Is it actually 12:30? No, because I started it at 12:30. I honestly, I don't know. I'm thinking it's because I was working so hard to get this color change to be seamless. I googled seamless color change and I came up with this and I'm really happy with it, but I just don't know how that took me 2 hours. I think it's because I just kept frogging it and doing it until it was to my liking. And I also messed up on one of the legs, so I had to redo it. It's now almost 8 p.m. This is what I have done so far. I forgot that their masks are like to the shape of their eyes. And these eyes look very tiny also, but I'm just gonna keep it this way. I have 3 more to go, and I have to do the little belly and the shell. And then the little tie for the mask. So I think I'm just going to do this base for all of them and kind of do like, you know, assembly line style, even though their colors are different. But the colors don't really matter from now on. Oh, that needs a belt too. So that's the only thing the colors matter is for this, the little mask and the belt. I know in the cartoons their belts are not the same color as everything else, but he specifically asks to make the belts match their like bands and stuff. So that's what I'm doing. I feel like it's midnight. I'm so tired. I have a headache, but I'm going to start. What's his name? What's his name? So this was Donatello, and I'm going to start on Leonardo. This always happens every time I brag about a skein of yarn. It starts acting up. So it's already had 2 factory knots within this one Ninja Turtle. Right when I finished the feet, it had, I think I finished one leg, it had a factory knot. So I just cut it and restarted because I didn't want to deal with that. And now it has another factory knot, and I don't trust factory knots, so I just undo them and retie them myself. Let me know if you do the same thing. It is now about 10 o'clock at night. This is all I've done so far, but I realized that these two, hold on, just start this way, are 2 different sizes. I don't know if you can tell, whoops, that this one is bigger by 2 rows. And I don't know where I skipped a row on this one. I don't know if I should just undo. I think it would be 4 rows that I'd have to frog. So that I can, no, probably more than that because I don't know which row I skipped. I might just leave it honestly and hopefully it's not that noticeable because I'm just tired. I was gonna end off tonight anyway. I guess we'll see when I pick up if I'm feeling like frogging anything, but I feel like I don't have enough time to be frogging things so much. I guess I'll just think about it whenever I next continue this project. I'm very tired, so I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Hello, I am wrapping a present. Ow! The chair just landed on my foot. For my husband. It is a mug. I'm concerned that it came in this packaging. I'm going to wrap it. He doesn't care if the present's wrapped, but I like to wrap presents. One of my favorite parts of Christmas. I don't have any wrapping paper. I have this packing paper that I'm going to use and then draw on it. You might be asking, why don't you just go get some wrapping paper? Because we now have a tradition where whenever our presents come in the mail, we just give them to each other right away because we can't wait. So that's what's happening now. I drew it. Hopefully you can tell what it is. I signed it because the artist got to sign her work. I don't like drawing with pens and Sharpies. I like drawing with pencil because I can erase and fix and sketch out how it's gonna look. But this, once you put it down, that you're sticking with it. So my crochet Snorlax was definitely better than this. Take it.
What is it?
But you gotta look at the front of it.
Oh, fine. Yeah, I saw that.
You're not gonna say anything about it?
Just, it look nice.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that. That was a hint to what it is.
Is it toilet paper roll?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it feels like.
I was gonna say, do you want to take any guesses? But I think it says it on there.
I might keep the
That
box.
scares me.
Huh?
That scares me that that's the box it was delivered in. Because you can shake it.
Am I not supposed to shake it?
No. So do you have no guesses, or did you read it?
Is it a mug?
Did you read it?
No. I looked at the bottom.
The bottom says what it is.
Ooh. Oh, it's. You think it's good for coffee?
Yeah. You said you needed a mug.
I do need a mug.
You're welcome. I don't remember the last time I filmed, but I think it's been a couple days. This is the first one I finished. Leonardo, or was it Donatello? Here's the second one. And here's the third one. I haven't done his mouth yet. I still gotta do their eye detailing too. I have the yellowish orange one left. And then I will do their shells and their little ties. I also wanted to talk about what I want for Christmas. Usually as an adult, I don't really get excited for certain presents that I want. It's usually just like a book or something small. But as a kid, I would want big things for Christmas. And I told you I found a game at a secondhand game store for the Nintendo DS, and I think it's called Let's Ride Best Friends Forever or something like that. And it's a horse game that I would play as a kid, and I saw that. I got so excited. It was only $5 and I bought it. I don't have a DS anymore. I gave it to my brother. Now I'm wanting a DS so I can play the game, and that's what I'm asking for Christmas. A DS and the Fae Farm game on the Switch. I haven't really played the Switch besides 2-player games with Hayden, but I was really excited about the DS. There was this lime green, like Japanese limited edition version or something that I've been seeing online that I think is really cool. And I found one, and then Hayden said that it's sold. Now I'm sad. It was modded with 70 games or something like that. It was probably less than that, but it was a lot of games. It had Nintendogs, it had Animal Crossing. I've never played Animal Crossing, and I've wanted to, but I think Fae Farm would be more fun. I haven't played either one, so I don't know. But I always played Nintendogs growing up. It had a bunch of different games, and I was so excited, but it sold 3 days ago. And that lime green color is really hard to find. It's a DSi. I didn't say. It doesn't really matter what color it is, or like DSi, 3DS, or Lite. It doesn't really matter, because when I had the 3DS, I never used the 3D function because it hurt my eyes. So I would just play them all as 2D anyway. But the color does matter to me, okay? I like decorating things. I could always buy a case for it, I guess. I've been seeing cases on Etsy that are really cute. So if I get a color that I'm not a fan of, I can just put a case on it. But I was really excited about that. Now I'm disappointed. But Hayden said he is trying to find me a DS. But at least he said for now he will get me Fae Farm. And you're probably like, Haley, it's not Christmas yet. Like, why are you worried about that right now? Because we give each other our Christmas presents early. I think I already talked about this in the last clip. I gave Hayden his Christmas present. So he has given me one Christmas present as well. I've given him a few small things. But yeah, that is all. And I'm going to continue the final Ninja Turtles. I have finished the bodies of all of the Ninja Turtles. There's all of them. This is the most recent one I finished. I'm not sure how I like the tough eyes. He looks kind of more perturbed. I keep using that word, but he looks annoyed. His eyes are okay, but he also looks kind of annoyed. He looks super friendly. I think I made the mouth too big. I don't know, I'm just gonna keep that. Hayden said they look like Sackboy right now without their shells and other accessories. All I have to do is the front of the shell, the back of the shell, and the ties on the mask, which I think should be pretty quick. I think I can get it all done in 1 to 2 hours. I'm wondering if I should just go ahead and knock out at least one of the pieces, like the front pieces. I think I could go ahead and do that. I'm pretty sure the mask is just chains, maybe 1 row, but let's see what all the front piece, I think they call it the underbelly. Yeah, so it's only 3 rows, but it's round, and theirs is rectangular, I believe. It's a little bit of both, and I think I could achieve that, but I might just go the easy route with what short time we have, and I don't want to stress myself out with trying to modify this. So the underbelly, they make it basically just a circle. I can either crochet in rows and just increase as I go up, or I can still crochet in the round but do increases at the very top. Like make one side have increases instead of increasing gradually all the way around. I think that could work. I might try that because that might be more seamless. Also, we went to GameStop. They did not have Fae Farm at that store, but they had it at another store, and it's kind of far away. So I decided, even though I wanted the actual physical game, because first of all, I just like it. I like having physical things. And then second of all, storage. I wouldn't have to worry about storage, but Hayden says now you still would have to worry about downloading all of this stuff. So I don't know. I decided to get the digital one. The digital version is $45, and all the used ones I could find are also $45, so it would be the same price too. And if I got a physical one, I'd have to wait. But since I got the digital, I can play it now. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I would like to stream it, but I don't know how. And I don't feel like looking up how to do that right now. And I'm going to just, you know, savor my first time playing it myself. And then in the future, I definitely want to try live streaming. Like I said, the DS didn't work out this time, but when it does, then I would love to live stream that too if I can. I just gotta figure it out. And I'm sure it'll just take like a Google search and some YouTube videos, and I'm sure it won't be that hard. That is my update for today. Exciting news! I got a new DS, except it's not new. It's obviously used. Maybe not obviously, but we went to a used games store, and the first thing I found was Nintendogs. The Chihuahua one. I think that was the one I had when I first had it growing up. It was only $10. Most of their games were $5. That one was 10, I'm assuming, because it's really popular. That's a great price because online when I look for it, it's between like $20 and $40. And I wasn't so sure if I was going to play it a lot, but I still wanted it because it's nostalgic. And I was like, oh, I'm not gonna buy it right now. And then I saw it and for $10, I was like, okay, yeah. I'm gonna get that. So now I have my two most played games as a kid, Let's Ride and Nintendogs. I'm really excited. I need to learn how to stream because I would really like to do that. But it's just a black Nintendo DS Lite. I want to crochet a case for it, carrying case with the little game slots. That'll be so fun. That'll have to be after Christmas. And then I want to order a like protective case. I already know which one I'm gonna get. This does feel a little loose actually now that I'm feeling it, but it's all right. This is the one with the least amount of scratches on it, and I do like the black. It's nice and sleek, but of course I'm getting a cute case, probably, maybe not. It does come with the charger and a stylus, very importantly. Yeah, very excited about that. Now I'm going to work on my Ninja Turtles and hopefully get them finished so that I can sell them tomorrow. I think this one's my favorite. I made this seam where the tie was on I think 2 of them, or maybe just 1. But I should have made this seam in the middle for all of them, but it's okay. It is the next day, night actually. This is what I've done of the Corgi. This heart looks a little wonky, but you know, it's a living creature. It's based on a living creature, and nature does not have perfect symmetry, so I'm so tired. It's almost 11 o'clock. It's like 10:30. I need to have this done by Christmas Eve. So tomorrow night, today's Monday, Christmas Eve is Wednesday. I'm glad the Ninja Turtles are done, but I just feel like I'm not gonna finish this in time. I don't know how I made it in 2 days last time. I think it's because there were no color changes, and the color changes are taking up so much time because I gotta tie knots and cut the yarn. usually with color changes, I just carry the yarn through to the next round and don't cut it off. But this is a bigger project, so I have to cut and tie all of the ends. I also should start stuffing. I'm sad because this video is definitely coming out probably in January, but definitely after Christmas. And I was so excited for Vlogmas. And it was just not possible for me to edit and post my Vlogmas stuff because work and these custom projects. So I hope y'all are fine with the Vlogmas in in January, because that's when it's coming out, unless I get a bunch of editing this weekend, which I don't know, because we might be going out of town, but I'm not quite sure because it depends on when we get our car and if someone can watch the bunnies, because our friends who usually watch the bunnies are also going out of town. So we're looking at cars, or Hayden's looking at cars at the moment, since our other one broke down, and we're currently using his boss's truck. But I'm gonna continue on with this. I probably won't get much done tonight. Somehow this took me 2 hours. I'm pretty sure it's from all of the color changes. I think I have a bug bite. I've been doing Christmassy things with my friends, but I haven't been filming it because I just want to like enjoy the moment. And we've gone into some like fun game stores and stuff. Did I show you my Nintendo DS that I just got? I think I did. The game I got was not the game I thought it was. I got the Let's Ride game and I thought it was Pony Friends 2. I had both of the games. I just thought that the game I got was the Pony Friends 2 game. And then I played it and I was like, I remember this. When does the fun stuff start? And then I remembered this is all the game is feeding, brushing, and riding your horse, basically. And you could do tournaments. And it's very boring, but it was only $5, so it's okay. But hopefully I can find the Pony Friends 2 game, because that's why I got the DS in the first place. It's because I thought that was the game. I am out of yarn, and this is how much I have gotten done. It has been almost exactly 3 hours. This looks kind of funky to me, but it's fine. This is where the tail is gonna go. I have to do a few more rounds, the paws, the head, ears, tail, then I'll be done. So I am confident that I can get this done tomorrow. I just have to place a pickup order for Michael's. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more crafty content from me. Stay creative.